Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Third and long. It's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Hands on the football.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. In 12 regular season games this last year for Bell, averaging over 150 yards from scrimmage. First 2 games in the playoffs were great, but, you know, getting injured in the final game probably leaves a bad taste in his mouth.
For various reasons, now going into next year, imagine those numbers over a 16-game season and heading into the playoffs. Le'Veon Bell can set new records.
He gets it to Brown. Complete.
To find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now it's Roethlisberger, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet. Still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant just about everything he does.
Close to 1,000 last year. He had 8 touchdowns as well, and it's just really a great 1-2 combo with Devontae Freeman.
An outstanding one, and just think, if he's on just about any other NFL team, he's probably the lead running back. In an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball, and an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted at his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand, the opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Over the middle here to Brown.
There, a low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic, and Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back.
Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Man open left side is Brown. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Let's just go ahead and go back to that play with his eyes because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
But the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete here in the 2nd quarter. Now it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's going to get this one across the 30. And we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Roethlisberger, a screen to Bell. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. A good pickup there at 22.
Beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 17 yards.
Safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well-run corner route there.
first and goal here from the 2. They'll run for it with Toussaint. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. On third down, they come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
I think now as a play caller, you got to give him a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Bryant's kick is good. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they get 28 yards on that one.
You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
Careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And that is incomplete. And he was looking for. And it's 4th down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And Boswell's kick is good. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Now it's Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah.
Hey. This is taken at his 4. And look out. I think he's going to go. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver. 95 yards.
Of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's Ryan to throw. The left side completion to Jones. Evades the tackler and now some space. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 73 yards.
That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 81 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Ryan. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Ryan on fourth down. Finding time. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here, and we'll be back. On third down, here's Bell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete. Now they're going for it.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Holding offense.
Time for this on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.